A long time ago, in a distant fairy tale countryside, a young girl leads her brother into the dark woods in desperate search of food and work, only to stumble upon the nexus of a terrifying evil. Hey creeps, my name is Scarah and welcome to my Tub of Terror. Tonight I'll be reviewing the movie Gretel and Hansel, and I'll be doing so rather quickly because these bubbles won't last forever. This movie is a dark and twisted horror cult thriller. The tone of the movie is mesmerizing. Along with the visual stylization and the sound synth score, it creates an ambiance of menace. Here's a little tidbit for you. The director of this movie was Osgood Oz Perkins, who is the son of Anthony Perkins, the star of Psycho. Sophia Lillis plays Gretel. She was the redhead from It, did a fabulous job. Samuel Leakey plays Hansel, and Alice Cridge does a tremendous job of playing Hulda, the witch. Let's get on into it, shall we? The movie starts out with Greta searching for a job. It's basically a single mom situation at her house, and she's got to contribute to feed herself, her brother, her mom, put food on the table. So she goes to this old, lecherous man's house, and she sits for the job interview, and everything is going somewhat normal until he asks her if her maidenhood's intact. Gross. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't ask her to smile and tell her that she'd look prettier if she did, you know what I mean? This is where Greta realizes what it's like to be a young woman. Gretel goes back to the cabin, jobless and with no prospects in sight, and confronts her mother. And her mother does what any loving mother would do in this situation. She kicks her out. Her and Hansel then have to travel alone through the woods without any food, without any money, and without any shelter. They come upon a woodsman who offers them shelter for the night, gives them advice, and then sends them on their way. On this part of the journey, the audience is kind of clued into the fact that Gretel has some unique characteristics. She can communicate with nature in a way. She leans down to a red and white mushroom and asks it if the mushroom is safe to eat. And she claims that the mushroom answers and says, "Eat me." So this mushroom is the classic red mushroom that has the white dots. I think it's called fly agarix or fly agarix. I don't really know how to pronounce it. The important thing is that it induces a lucid dreaming type of state, and also something called synesthesia, which is that special something where you can taste words and hear colors and shit like that. Pretty groovy. I'm gonna get some next weekend. Gretel and Hansel at this point are starving, and they come upon the witch's house in the middle of the woods. Now, the house is not made of gumdrops and gingerbread like one might think. Instead, it's just made of wood. It's covered in occult symbols, and it has a really cool A-frame peak, which always seems to be directly under the moon. According to the witch, men and women are incompatible, and all men are good for are fattening up and eating. Where's the lie? We all know that in the grim fairy tale, the witch eats the children, but we don't really know why. Well, this movie gives us the reason as to why the witch does what she does. I'm not going to tell you the reason because I don't want to spoil it for you. Just know that it is very sinister. You know, Gretel makes an observation that even though there's no livestock around, there's always food on the table. They have no idea where they're getting the milk from, no idea where they're getting the pastries, and they don't really care. They go ahead and just devour everything in sight without a care in the world. Whew, where did that come from? Oh, before I forget, please like this video and subscribe to the HorrorWeb YouTube channel if you want to see more of me in my tub of terror. My final thought is that this creepy, occult-laden horror movie is also a coming-of-age movie about a young girl who finds her inner strength. It reminds us to be brave and trust the darkness. I liked it. Well, it looks like I'm just about out of bubbles, so I better be on my way. My name is Scarah, and I'll see you in your screens. Oh, you're still here? Did you like the video yet? Well, go ahead and do that. And while you're at it, here are some more videos for you to watch. Oh my God, my whole tit's falling out.